Right, well, I videoed all the bits and bobs I was doing over the weekend, prepping for tomorrow on my GoPro, and I've lost the GoPro. Unbelievable. I basically videoed how I scored them up and everything like that. So hopefully it turns up somewhere, because if not, I'm going to be gutted if I have to buy another one, because they're about 350 quid. And now, my luck, I'll buy another one and it'll turn up. But anyway, my plan for tomorrow is, when we get there, obviously be inducted. I haven't heard back from one of the lads all weekend. I'm hoping he don't let me down. Got another lad coming in as well tomorrow. There should be 4 of us, but we all know what Mondays are like. Well, Tuesdays, but this is a Monday, I suppose, tomorrow. Plan is, I like to see what if you need to put down the first course. If you've got a wrap over damp, I'd like to get the first course down, maybe on 2 plots. So it's gone off overnight, so it's a bit easier to wrap your damp round and staple it down. But before I do that, first thing I'll do is set the stacks exactly where I want them, because I'm really fussy with where I have my stacks loaded out, because with pick and dip you need to have your first stack on the right, so you've got your board on the left, but on the corner you need it so your board is halfway over the end of the wall. No, you need to stack. You stack so it's in line with the end of your wall and your first board to the right of it. Because if you have it the other way round, that board is pretty much useless to me, because I won't reach over to it and then reach back for a brick. I have to turn and pick the muck and the brick up at the same time. So how I like to set the stacks out. Once I've set the stacks out everywhere for them, I'll let all 3 of them crack on with the loading out. Then I'll start putting the profiles up while they're loading out. They'll probably load the block work first before anything, so that once I have put the profiles up, I can get the first course down. Hopefully they'll let us start, because I don't really want to lay too much tomorrow. I'd like to get their set profiles up, first course down, set out. I like to mark out where the windows are, how many courses are at the windows, so that they don't overload everything. They're not to know what's got big windows and what isn't if I don't mark it out for them. I usually get a bit of spray paint, just mark it on the slab, finished slab, and then I'll mark it the size of the window, and I'll put how many courses are through there so they can count how many's under the window. It should be self-explanatory where the doors are, but I'll mark them out anyway. Then I'm debating whether to just have a solid day of setting first courses out of block work. Hopefully, like I say, they'll give us 2 plots, because sometimes they're a bit funny and want you to finish a plot before you go on to another one. It's a pain in the arse, when really I'd like to have 3 plots and set out my first course on the first 3 and have them just load. And then we come back and then smash through everything. But if not, if it's only 1 plot we can do, I'll get the first course down straight away. And as soon as the block work's loaded, I'll probably have Jordan start laying block work with me while the other 2 finish the brickwork loading out. And then as soon as the brickwork's finished loaded out, I'll have another one of the Frank, who's one of my apprentices. He'll drop back on with us, and then Jim will be looking after the 3 of us. As we finish a wall, we'll probably all chip in and help tidy up, if he hasn't already, because he's probably going to be feeling rough as fuck knowing Jim. He'll probably be about as much good as a wet paper bag. We'll see. But that's the plan anyway. But the reason I don't like to stick to plans is because 9 times out of 10, someone lets you down, which throws off the whole lot. Or you get to site and you've got to build different to what you want to build. So that's the plan anyway. I've got all my profiles. I've got 5 scaffold boards on the roof rack. I've got a pack of batten. I've got my Blakes as well. A few boys out there using the Blakes. Once I've set the internal blockwork profiles up, one of my Blake's profiles has disappeared. I've hardly even used them ones either. I don't know if I've left it on the other side. It might be tucked away somewhere. I'm going to get Kieran to have a look for me tomorrow. And yeah, I'll get the blockwork profile set up, and then I'll get the brickwork Blake's set up. Hopefully it's pretty straightforward plots, I'm hoping. But you just don't know, do you? I'll decide how I'm going to attack it once I look at the drawing, and I'll show you that as soon as I get the drawing. And if they won't laminate it, I won't really want to use it too much, the drawing. I like to keep it in good condition because I've got an A3 laminator at home. So if that's the case, then I'll take my marker pens and I'll show you what I do to the drawings, just to highlight what I need to make sure I don't miss. I'll check for the heights straight away, because I like to see if I can get rid of a briquette course around the bottom to see if it hits right to the top of the windows, so that I can go 2 courses of blockwork over the top. So I haven't got loads of briquettes over the lintels, which is usually the case. It's usually 2.1 to the top of most windows. So I do like to put a briquette course around the bottom, so that I can just run. So it's just less messing around when I get to doing the murder lift. It's only a murder lift if you ain't got a clue what you're doing. A lot of people lose money on them because there's so many little things that cause problems. But that's the plan. Looks like I'm stuck back with the phone till I find a GoPro. I do apologise. And that's it. I'll see you all tomorrow.